I gotta say, I really appreciate the open mindedness that Iowa voters seem to have, and they really respect this process. So now, if you can remember Friday, it does seem so long ago because you've been out and about all weekend, but you said that the winner and loser could be Ron DeSantis. He had the most to win, he also had the most to lose. How did he fare last night? Because he came in second, but a very small second place. The AP had him at 21.1% and Nikki Haley at 19.1%.
Yeah, this is really interesting, and I kept my eyes between them the whole night because it seems like he really needed to have more of a push to get through versus Nikki Haley. If she would have won, one of the experts that you spoke to even said if she even won by just a little bit, it would have been a massive victory for her against Ron DeSantis, where Ron DeSantis needed a little bit more of a margin to kind of prove, he's as solid of a candidate. What's interesting is comparing those numbers again to New Hampshire, where Nikki is polling very well. So I think Ron DeSantis really needs to make some ground game in New Hampshire to be able to compete against Nikki. And we'll have to see how it shakes out. But I think this is going to be kind of a part two we're going to see in a couple of weeks here.
And I do now want to just ask you, who are your winners and losers from the Iowa caucuses? Obviously, Trump just had that huge lead. Winner, who, anyone else a winner, or is everyone else a second place, essentially loser?
Yeah, it's interesting that you phrase it that way because it felt like we had a lot of small wins and maybe a couple of losses, right? We can talk about Ron DeSantis coming in second place, but only by a short margin. We can talk about Nikki Haley coming in third place, but it was very close. This is kind of like two sides of the same coin. But one of the biggest losers is obviously Vivek Ramaswamy dropping out. I think he thought the results were going to be significantly different than what they were. And I think then he was fully prepared to drop out for when the results came through.